What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis answering the questions that you ask me. I want to thank everybody for donating so much to Kickstarter. You guys have been doing a great job. Still got 3 days left. So if you want to get priority status for your questions and the email and everything, make sure you donate to Chazz Ellis, to that Chazz Ellis project on Kickstarter.com. Also, if you want to be able to participate on the video chats, just donate. You can either increase your donation to $15 if you already made one, or you can make a donation of $15. You'll be able to participate on a video chat. Because we're gonna do a group chat, and it's gonna be $15. It's gonna be $15 to do that if you made a donation. Also, you got consultations and stuff like that. Look at my Facebook page, AskChazzEllis on Facebook. You can really just see how it all breaks down, or hit the annotation somewhere around here. And go to Kickstarter.com. You can figure out everything you need to know about how consultations are going to work, how the group chat's going to work, and priority email. Okay. So anyway, thank you all for your help. Thank you all for your donations and support. I do appreciate that. Good stuff. Like I said, it's 3 more days left. We got less than $500 left to go. So make your donations and we can meet our goal. It'll be great. The Chazz Ellis project is going to be dope. I already got a lot of stuff written for it that I'm going to do. It's going to be crazy. So make your donations. Get the DVD. You know, it's going to be dope. Anyway, so I get questions. I answer them, as you guys know. Here was a good one. It was actually from a girl who was saying she wanted to learn how to dump a guy without hurting his feelings. Okay, the way you dump a guy or a girl and try not to hurt their feelings is about the same. First of all, you have to understand you're going to hurt their feelings. But there's a way you can break up with somebody without crushing them. There's a way you can break up with somebody without just making it devastating, making it more painful than it has to be. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that this is what you really want to do. The worst thing you can do is break up with somebody and then like a day or two later or a week or two later decide that you didn't really want to do that. That's the worst thing, because then you're caught between a rock and a hard place because you're trying to get back with them, trying to get back in a relationship with them, whatever the case may be, and they're probably pissed at you because you dumped them. So make sure that this is what you want to do so you don't flip-flop, you're not wishy-washy, you're not coming back and forth in their life and making the situation a lot worse. It's nothing worse than when you feel like somebody's playing with you because they decide they want to break up with you, then they don't. Nobody wants to deal with that. So that's going to create bad blood. So don't do that. Number 2, and this is hard for a lot of people, don't hesitate. As Chris Brown once said, there's never a right time to say goodbye. Because there's never a right time to dump somebody. Look, their dog is going to always be dying. Their mom is going to always be sick. They're going to have always lost their job. They're going to always be depressed. You're going to have always just had a really good day. You're going to have always been a really bad argument. There's going to always be something that's going to cause you to not want to break up with somebody. It's going to be like, I would break up with him, but his car just broke down and I don't want to do him like that. Well, unfortunately, it's going to always be a situation like that. So when you break up with somebody, you have to understand that it's never going to be a good time. It's never going to be a right time to dump somebody. So it's going to always be something going on. They just lost their job. They're sick. They're some crap. It's always going to be something. So when you break up with somebody, you just have to understand, don't hesitate. When you feel and you know for sure that that's something you want to do, it shouldn't necessarily be an emotional decision. It should be something where you've decided, you really thought about it, you know for a fact this is what you want to do, and you don't need to hesitate. Do it right away. Just rip it off like a Band-Aid. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Do it that way. Another thing people have a lot of trouble with is be honest and direct. A lot of times we want to beat around the bush. Yo, girl, you know what I'm saying? It ain't you. It really ain't. What it is I'm dealing with a lot right now in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really ready for this level of commitment right now. But one day, when my stuff get together again, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to come back and I'm going to really try to make this work with you. Well, all that does is make somebody hold out hope because you didn't tell them the truth, that you really weren't interested, you really didn't want to be with them anymore, you didn't get along, whatever the case may be. A lot of times, if someone's honest and direct with a person, then they get closure. And that's one of the biggest things. I say this all the time. Unfinished business is the leading cause of obsession. A lot of times, when you don't tell somebody the truth, you leave them with more unfinished business and no closure. Where you say, I'm breaking up with you because I really feel sad and I feel like you're too good for me. You are just too good for me. You're too nice. You know, rather than telling the person that you feel like they're boring and you don't really like them that way, they're bad in bed. You know, you can tell them all of that stuff. You know, you can want to say it in a nice way if you can, but honestly, it's better to tell somebody something in a not so nice way than to string them along by not telling them the truth. A lot of times, like, well, I can't figure out a nice way to tell somebody that I'm not really attracted to them. I can't really find a nice way to tell somebody that they're boring. Well, even if you can't find a really nice way to say it, keep it real with the person because that helps them to move on. And ultimately, they'll respect your honesty. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but they'll respect the fact that you kept it real with them. Number 5, slow and then end all communication quickly. The reason why you want to do this is because what happens is, initially when you break up with somebody, they start calling you hot and heavy, they start texting you hot and heavy, and it becomes a situation where they're constantly coming at you. Now, because you just broke up with them, you probably feel bad, and you entertain this most of the time longer than you should. You'll entertain them talking trash about you. Yo, girl, I love you. I don't know why you did me like this. I want to be with you. Now, that gradually keeps getting worse. To now they're outside your house playing records and whatnot. I don't know why I said records, because I've actually never even played a record before. Never had a record. They outside playing music and stuff. They're outside playing music outside your house. I imagine like the dude in the movie. I can't remember what the movie was called, but he had the boom box over top of his head. He was playing some music for this chick. You don't want no dude doing that if you don't like him. You know, you got the girl showing up at your job and stuff like that, leaving notes on your car because you continue to communicate with the person. You know, they're going to do some crazy stuff, of course, but it lasts longer when you continue communication. Let them get their little, you know, negative, angry text off. Let them have a little phone call, but then end that quickly. Like, okay, you did that for a couple of days. You got your angry text off. I don't want to hear that anymore. Stop talking to them. Next, don't hide the fact that you've moved on. A lot of times people move on a week or two after they break up with somebody, or a month or two or whatever, and they try to hide it. And what it does a lot of times is it causes the other person to get confused because they feel like you're single. So they feel like they still have hope. And they don't. You know, so when you hide that stuff, it makes a surprise. A lot of times seeing you with somebody else gives the other person closure. Because they say, oh, well, clearly this is over. So give that person that opportunity. Give them that closure by telling them, you know, by being with somebody, if you are with somebody. I'm not saying you got to go rub it in their face. I'm saying don't hide it. You don't got to lie to them about it. You don't got to be like, I ain't seeing nobody. I don't know what you heard. Yeah, that wasn't me at McDonald's. I don't even eat fries. See, that's couldn't have been me. You know, keep it real. Tell them that it's you. You know, be real about it. Accept the fact that they've moved on. A lot of times you dump somebody and then get mad because they moved on too quick. You still supposed to be upset. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have moved on in a week. Man, look at her. I just dumped her a week ago, and she over here moving on with another dude. It's some bull crap. If she really loved your boy, she wouldn't even did that. She would let this other dude hit. Huh. But you gotta understand, like, you dumped them. So they're doing what they need to do to move on. So you have to accept that and be cool with the fact that they found somebody else. Otherwise, you know, you can't get mad when they start tripping on you again. Or they think you still like them. And then y'all end up having bad blood. Y'all end up being in a situation where y'all go back and forth and y'all find anger with each other. So let's go back over it. Make sure it's what you want to do. That way you don't flip-flop. That's one of the things that really crush people when you flip-flop. Don't hesitate. When you string a person along and don't keep it real, that's one of the reasons why they get crushed. Be honest and direct. Keep it real with a person. Be honest. Tell them the truth about why you're breaking up with them. Don't make them think that, oh, it wasn't me and you're cool and one day down the road we might be. It's all about that stringing somebody along. Stop the communication. Don't keep talking to them and being cool with them and then getting angry with them again and doing this whole pattern. Don't do that. Don't hide the fact that you moved on. If you moved on, be real about the fact that you moved on. Because this all goes into, if you notice the theme, it all goes into stringing somebody along. If you're not telling them the real, then you're stringing them along because they believe that you're not with somebody else. They believe that it wasn't because you didn't like them. They believe that it was that you took too long to break up with them, so they didn't know. They didn't even see it coming. And also accept the fact that they moved on. If they moved on, that means that they're trying to find some way to heal. Don't try to go and mess that up for them. Don't try to go make them feel guilty. Well, if you really cared about me, you'd be by yourself for a while. Don't try to make them feel guilty. Let that person move on. If you really care about not crushing them and not hurting them, then let them find their own happiness. Once again, it was your man Chazz Ellis. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Keep supporting the Kickstarter program. It's the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. Please keep supporting that. We only got less than $500 left, and there's 3 days left to support it. So I know some of y'all was waiting to the last minute. The last minute here now. So go ahead and do your thing and support the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. Also, keep hitting me up on Facebook, on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. We got good discussions that go on there. You can lend whatever you want to it. I ask questions of you guys, and y'all can give me feedback. So go ahead and hit that up. Once again, your man Chazz Ellis. Like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. A lot of y'all been doing a whole lot of sharing lately, and I do appreciate that because I think, people have questions and stuff like that they don't know to ask. It helps them out too. So, share with your friends. Like and subscribe. Peace.